Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Cowboys get monster injury update on defensive quartet. Much of the trade deadline day news was focused on the Dallas Cowboys trades for Quinnen Williams and Logan Wilson, with the front office finally getting on the front foot, even if it is a little late. With two defensive starters now coming to Matt Eberflus defense, the hope is that the floor of the defense is raised to the point where this unit can become a competent defense and pull its weight, and not rely on Dak Prescott and the offense to will them to wins. And what might have gotten lost in the wash of the Williams trade was the huge injury updates head coach Brian Schottenheimer gave regarding linebacker DeMarvion Overshown and rookie corner Siobhan Revel Jr., and if they are on track to play against Las Vegas after the bye. The thought is yes, Schottenheimer said. Hopefully, they have a great week this week and all of their rehab and things that they're doing and just their work. But that would be the plan, and hopefully we'll find out a lot more next Monday when we get them back in here, but I would say yes. As of now, they're trending to play. That is big news, but wait, there's more. Safeties Malik Hooker and Donovan Wilson have both been missing for the past couple of weeks, and when asked if they are also trending to play, Schotty again gave a huge update. Hopeful, yes, Schottenheimer added. The Cowboys' defense is finally getting healthy and having potentially 6 additions to the defense, which will surely make a difference. Granted, in terms of Revel Jr. and Overshown, it is likely the pair are on a pitch count in Vegas, given the nature of the injuries they are returning from. But Williams, Wilson, Hooker, and Donovan, all 4, should slot into Eberflus' defense in what should make the unit more competitive. So maybe, just maybe, the tide is beginning to turn for this embattled Dallas defense. Having been ripped through with ease for 8 weeks, it might now be strong enough to throw punches back. Is that hopeful or naive? Either way, the defense is potentially going to be the healthiest it's ever been this season, and that, my friends, is something you'll take every day of the week at 351. Cowboys' Dak Prescott sent harsh message by 4-time NBA champion. The Dallas Cowboys fell to the previously 2-5 Arizona Cardinals on Monday night, in what was one of the lower points of what has been an up-and-down season so far. The Cowboys fell to 3-5-1, now just half a game ahead of the Cardinals, and both fans and the team's active player leadership were far from happy about both the team's performance and the result. Monday night was hardly Dak Prescott's best night in what has been arguably his best year as a pro, having seemingly followed on from his excellent 2023 season before injuries derailed his 2024. But it was also far from a terrible night for him. The former Mississippi State grad went 24-39, putting up 250 passing yards with 1 interception and passing touchdown apiece, in addition to 34 yards rushing on 4 attempts. Despite this, talking on the Why is Draymond Green Talking About Football podcast, alongside Fox Sports' Jordan Schultz, the Golden State Warrior and 4-time NBA champion and All-Star had some biting words for the 3-time Pro Bowler. Dak is a bum, Green said to Schultz during the recording of their latest episode of the podcast. Per Schultz's post on X, he's getting some numbers and they stink. They'll never win with Dak. After being pushed back on by Schultz after this characterization of Prescott, Green clarified the true meaning of his point concerning Prescott being a bum quarterback. I won 4 championships, Jordan, Green said in response to Schultz, so you've got to understand that when I say bum, I'm not saying Dak Prescott isn't a good NFL quarterback. Of course he's a good NFL quarterback, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying when the money's on the line, when it's for all the marbles, who are you? He's a bum. What has he done in those moments? Been a bum. When they had their best teams, best defensive line in the league. They had all that to get to the playoffs and he a bum. Presumably, Green's labeling of when the money is on the line refers to during playoff games, in which Prescott is 2-5, with his most recent loss, a 48-32 crushing at the hands of the Green Bay Packers back in 2023, when the Cowboys came in as 7-point favorites, one of the lowlights. Cowboys trades called unbelievable mismanagement by NFL Insider. There was no team who created more buzz on the final day. NFL teams could make trades than the Dallas Cowboys, who completed 2 blockbuster trades for plug-and-play starters on defense, bringing in Cincinnati Bengals inside linebacker Logan Wilson and New York Jets All-Pro defensive tackle Quinnen Williams. While the trade seemed to dominate headlines, the on-field result, and the reality of how the Cowboys ended up there, might not be as appealing to Cowboys fans when they see it up close. The Ringer's Shail Kapadia ripped Cowboys owner Jerry Jones for making the moves, which both came after trading away arguably the NFL's dominant defensive player in edge rusher Micah Parsons, who the team sent to the Green Bay Packers before the season in exchange for 2 first-round draft picks. The Cowboys gave up a 2026 second-round pick, 2027 first-round pick and defensive tackle and 2023 first-round pick Motzi Smith for Williams. "You should be absolutely livid, if you're a Cowboys fan," Kapadia said on the Bill Simmons podcast, on Tuesday, November 4th. "You're 3-5-1. You have no chance at the playoffs. What are you doing? You add it all up and the Cowboys essentially traded Parsons for Quinnen Williams, defensive tackle, Kenny Clark and a first-round pick, plus they got some cap space back. Wilson was benched by the Bengals. Williams is a great run stop but he has 1 sack. He has 3 quarterback hits. He's 90th in the NFL in quarterback pressures, just unbelievable mismanagement." The Cowboys are coming off an embarrassing home loss to the Arizona Cardinals, have a bye in Week 10 and return to action in Week 11 with a Monday Night Football road game against the Las Vegas Raiders. "The rest of the NFL should be unbelievably happy. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones is still allowed to make trades," Simmons said. While there were other blockbuster deals around the league on the trade deadline, Jets All-Pro cornerback Sauce Gardner was traded to the Indianapolis Colts for 2 first-round picks. The Cowboys' trades were what everyone was talking about. The Cowboys have basically traded defensive end Micah Parsons, a second-round pick, defensive tackle Motzi Smith for defensive tackle Quinnen Williams, defensive tackle Kenny Clark and a first-round pick, The Athletic's John Machota wrote on his official X account. And you, what is your opinion? Did you like it or would you do it differently? Leave your opinion in the comments, like and subscribe to the channel.